The Bucks one game from the Eastern Conference Finals. 12 News with live team coverage. Exclusive video, a person stuffing thousands of dollars worth of perfume into a trash bag at a Menomonee Falls store. Cameras and an employee watching. The search right now for the thieves targeting the store repeatedly. Inside a police gunfight in a Wauwatosa hotel. Officers scrambling for cover. The suspect's statement angering the officers and how those injured are doing. The man who brutally killed a West Allis mom in front of her children about to go free.
It's BS and we're outraged.
The family's last-ditch effort to keep him in prison. An electric scooter chase, the new video from the streets of West Allis. The charges police are seeking tonight.
This is WISN 12 News with breaking news.
Missed it. Ball's up. Portis got it. Portis puts it up. And it goes! And Milwaukee is in front.
Breaking from Boston, it took sweat and blood, but the Bucks pull off a comeback victory to take the series lead. From the Deer District, we are live tonight. A thrilling win for Milwaukee tonight, 110-107.
And 12 News is covering it all. Sports director Dario Melendez now with the incredible fourth quarter.
Joyce, games like this, not good for the heart, but good for the soul. Just look at Giannis. Giving it all, bleeding for his teammates. Just an epic comeback by the Bucks in Game 5, taking a 3-2 series lead in the Eastern Conference semis. Boston, Celtics, Bucks. Let's check it all out. Fourth quarter we go, and Giannis with the team down by 6, not anymore, making a 3-point game. Then Drew Holiday going to tie it at 105. What a great job by Holiday. Celtics go up 2. Giannis gets fouled. He's going to make the first free throw. Misses the second one, but check out Bobby put-back buckets. Bucks take a 1-point lead, then Boston calls timeout. They're ensuing inbound smart drives. Holiday, not today, swatting it away, out of bounds on Boston. The Bucks hold on to take Game 5, 110-107.
You talk about having high character guys, having competitive guys, and those are things that are hard to quantify and feel and everything, but so it's just, a credit to our players. We just got to keep the same mindset. We got to keep coming. We got to be ready, for the next game.
So the Bucks take a 3-2 series lead. Teams in this position have gone on to win that series over 80% of the time. Patrick, back up to you.
All right. Dario, thank you. And right now you might be hearing the cleanup going on here in the Deer District. They had a pretty good crowd out here again tonight. Beautiful weather night out here as well. But the big crowd also meant a big celebration.
I knew we could do it. I felt the energy once the crowd got going and started getting into it and started cheering. I know it's a lot of miles away, but I have my Shamrocks. They didn't go to Boston tonight. They stayed right here. And I was saying, not in your house, Bucks in 6.
The series is coming back to Milwaukee for Game 6 on Friday. The time for that game has not been announced yet. If the Bucks win that game, they'll clinch the series and move on in the playoffs. Game 7, if necessary, will be Sunday in Boston, and our coverage of this big win continues later in this newscast.
We are also following big stories tonight, including an exclusive. Cameras caught someone stuffing a trash bag with $11,000 in perfume at a Menomonee Falls store. 12 News' Kristen Pierce has the video from Ulta Beauty off Falls Parkway. Police say it's been targeted more than once.
New video shows a theft inside an Ulta store. Menomonee Falls police say 3 people entered the store. In the video, you can see one of them filling up a trash bag with fragrances, an employee watching on. Police say this person took off with more than $11,000 worth of products.
Yeah, that's crazy. I had no idea. I mean, I don't come here very often. I come here like once every few months. But yeah, wow, $11,000. That's a lot.
And it isn't the first time. Police say earlier this month, 2 people stole more than $1,300 worth of merchandise. Several more thefts happened in 2021. $10,000 in November, $400 in July, and $900 in May. We went to Ulta for answers.
Can I ask you guys to leave?
Okay, we were following up on the thefts that happened, and we were just trying to see if you guys had a response to it or if you all are having some different security changes that you're doing.
I understand, but we have no comment at this time. If you guys could leave. Thank you.
Thousands of dollars in products are gone, but customers are still here.
Never had any issues in there.
So I'm still shopping in there. It seems secure to me. I never would have thought twice.
Live tonight along Falls Parkway, I did reach out to the corporate office for Ulta to ask if they had any security plans for this location in particular. I did not hear back tonight.
Kristen Pierce with the exclusive video at 10. Breaking late tonight, a pending lawsuit stemming from this video of a Kenosha police officer pulling a 12-year-old student to the ground and kneeling on her neck. It happened in March at Lincoln Middle School in Kenosha following a fight in the cafeteria. Tonight, a lawyer says the 12-year-old's family plans to sue Officer Sean Gutschow along with the Kenosha Police Department and the Kenosha Unified School District. The notice of complaint says the girl suffered a traumatic brain injury, adding the difference between how an adult with a badge and a child with black skin are being treated should offend everyone's sense of morality, ethics, and justice. The girl's family says police put her in handcuffs after the school fight. Officer Gutschow was working school security at the time of the incident. He resigned from that role but remains on the Kenosha police force.
Tonight, 3 Wauwatosa officers injured in a hotel shootout are back on full duty as police share video of the violent encounter. Investigative reporter Derek Rose brings us a look at the shootout from multiple angles.
It was an exhaustive search November 6th. Tulsa police investigating a report of a shootout inside the Radisson on Mayfair Road. Officers door to door learning some guests were dangerously close to getting hit.
Anybody injured in here?
No.
Okay.
Did this round come through the door? Yes.
Yes, it did. Right here.
It's in the bathroom.
Okay.
It's getting ready to get in the shower.
Officers make their way to room 221 but get no answer.
221 last chance. We're going to have to force entry if you don't come to the door. Come to the door now.
In an instant, 3 officers are shot. Watch again as one officer's body cam falls to the floor but captures an officer returning fire even after getting hit. A different view from the perspective of the officer ramming the door, crawling to get to cover after taking shots in the hand and thigh. They all make it to safety as backup floods the hall and stairwell. 20 minutes later, a man emerges from the room.
Walk down the stairs, slow.
And seconds later, he's in cuffs.
Anybody else in that room?
No, sir.
Where's the gun at in the room? Where's the gun? We didn't just start getting shot out of your room for no reason. Where's the gun?
And according to a criminal complaint, police found 2 guns inside room 221 here at the Radisson. They identified that suspect as Kenneth Burney, and his trial is scheduled for Monday. Now, separately, police identified 2 people they say were involved in the earlier shootout, which brought police here to the Radisson. They arrested those 2 people, but they say Kenneth Burney was not associated with that earlier shootout. Patrick.
Derek Rose reporting tonight in Wauwatosa. New clues tonight in the mystery of a Navy sailor murdered in the middle of a West Allis street. Just hours ago, police released pictures of a red vehicle that they think is involved. It's an SUV-type vehicle, but we don't know the make and model. Someone shot 19-year-old Phoenix Castanon early Sunday morning near 84th and Beecher. He died in his fiance's arms. If you know anything about this case, call West Allis Police. Weather Watch 12 now, and it's back to being chilly here in the Deer District tonight.
And Mark, our temperatures have been all over the place.
Yeah, Patrick and I were out live at 5 and 6. 5 o'clock, we had our jackets on. It was kind of chilly. 6 o'clock, temperatures warmed up a good 10 to 15 degrees. Now we've gone to the other direction again. We live in one of the more unusual places for weather where we can get swings like we've had one way or the other because, of course, the lake is so cold right now. 57 degrees. From our camera located at the Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design. Look at the differences. 50s right along the lakeshore, 57 Waukesha. You get inland, temperatures are still in the 70s. So if you are near the lake, it will be much, much cooler overnight. Big time thunderstorms up to the north of us. Those should stay there. A couple of thunderstorms starting to erupt in the western part of the state. We'll look at our thunderstorm chances here and how long we'll stay in the 80s coming up in Weather Watch 12.
12 News is uncovering a new problem with the Milwaukee County Courthouse criminal backlog. Caroline Reinwald is investigating.
A lack of electronic monitoring devices, how the Milwaukee County court system says it's keeping track of people awaiting trial while out in the community.
How do you decide who gets the device, who stays in custody?
12 News obtained a long list of offenders on a waiting list for devices. Caroline Reinwald reports on the unprecedented problem and why the plan to get more trackers is being delayed. The ankle bracelet crisis tomorrow on 12 News at 10.
Emily Rogers was missing for a week before police found her body dumped in St. Francis last week. And tonight, her ex-boyfriend is charged in the killing.
This case has allegations that the defendant strangled his child's mother to death and then cold-heartedly hid her body.
Nicholas Mattson is charged with first-degree reckless homicide and hiding a corpse. According to a complaint, Mattson told a friend he lost it when Rogers said she was leaving him. The complaint says he and a friend took Rogers' body to a vacant lot and covered her with a discarded Christmas tree. The day she died, messages show Rogers texted a friend about her breakup and how she had to force Mattson to leave, saying, quote, "I'll call you in a minute if I can."
Police in San Diego have arrested a man wanted for a homicide in Milwaukee. Ismael Moreno is one of two men charged with shooting Purcell Pearson over a pair of designer sunglasses. Surveillance video from February of 2021 shows Pearson hanging onto the outside of a van moments before he died at 23rd in Wisconsin. The other man arrested, Tyrell Joseph, is serving a 9-year prison sentence after his conviction in the case. A wrong-way crash on Interstate 43 in Milwaukee killed 2 people.
211, on scene, female trapped in the blue car, not conscious.
The sheriff's office says 27-year-old Ivy Caldwell drove north in the southbound lanes near Chase Avenue overnight. It's not clear why or how she got onto the interstate. She hit 19-year-old Tyler Anderson head-on. Neither survived.
And I love them, I'm gonna miss them, and these people need to slow down and drive careful. Because now I don't have my baby. My baby is gone.
Caldwell's family told 12 News off camera that their hearts are with Anderson's family.
You're talking about somebody that brutally murdered a human being.
A family's last-ditch effort to stop a convicted killer from walking free. Tonight, what they plan to do to keep the man who repeatedly stabbed a West Dallas mother behind bars.
A scooter pursuit in Milwaukee County. What police say this driver did that had 4 squads giving chase.
A Tesla barrels into a building at 70 miles an hour. Why? The driver said it happened.
And we continue to follow tonight's breaking news. A bloody Bucks victory in Boston, down by double digits during Game 5. It came down to the wire. A Bobby Portis rebound on a missed free throw helped Milwaukee take the lead and the win. Dario Melendez is back with more highlights ahead in sports.